Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are continuing our FIFA 21 team reviews, and we're back with a bang. I know I haven't posted in a while, but we're back with a bang now, and we're going to get straight in to this Chelsea FIFA team review. So without further ado, we're going to get in, and I'm just going to do a few minor adjustments. For instance, let's try Ziyech can play out on the right, so let's put Ziyech out there. Havertz in, Mount, swap with Pulisic. That's how I probably do it. Jorginho and Conte on there. Silva and Zuma. Or Rudiger and Chilwell. No, Chilwell's a good left back. Azpilicueta right back. Kepa in goal. So I'll start from the goalkeeper again, like I normally do. If you've gone back and watched my other videos, you'll know how this works. I start with the goalkeeper and I work my way up. This is a nice Chelsea formation as well. If you want, you might want to do a 4-3-3. So these two players push further up the field, but then it gets a little bit too aggressive for my liking. Your four players up top. That's not really how I work. I like to be a bit more defensive than normal. So in goal, Kepa. Obviously, then you sign in Mendy as well. He's obviously a good keeper. He's 28 years of age. Kepa's 26. Probably better, to be fair. But Mendy, if you want, you could put him in goal. But personally, Kepa's been there for a few years now, and he's genuinely a good keeper there. He's not the best in the Premier League by any stretch, but 81 rating. You might want to start looking for a better keeper if I started a Chelsea career mode, but for me there's other priorities such as a centre-back and just other places where I'd probably look before a new keeper, especially because you have got Mendy there, who's a good second choice keeper as well. Then you move over to left back. Ben Chilwell, obviously a new signing, 23 years of age, 81 rating, has the potential to grow up to mid 80s, high 80s really. It's pretty good, and there's not really a better option. I mean, you could consider putting Marcus Alonso in there. He's been there for a few years now. It's still 80 rating, but he's probably reached his peak now, 29 years of age. Yeah, he's probably reached his peak, so that's why I put Chilwell as left back. Then you move to the two centre backs. Silva, a new signing from PSG, 36 years of age. I think this was a bit of a joke signing, to be fair, but in the first few games he's performed for Chelsea continuously well on a number of occasions, and 85 rating is not a laughing matter. 86 defending, 78 physical, 88 interceptions, 86 composure, 90 jumping. It's not a joke at all, clearly. Then you move over to Rudiger, who I'd probably replace if I started a Chelsea career mode. 27 years old, probably at his peak now, you would think. Best stat is obviously aggression there, 89. But then he's also got decent reactions, good interceptions, good strength as well. But then again, there are a few players, especially with Chelsea's budget, that you might want to consider swapping. And you could put Christensen or Zuma. Zuma probably the better choice there. 26 years old, Christensen 24. Both of them good options as centre-back. Tomori as well, only 22. He can grow. He is a very good signing. I signed him on one of my previous career modes, and he was a very good signing for the future. Sorry. Then we move over to right back. The captain, Azpilicueta. Probably wouldn't take him out for a couple of seasons. 84 rating. Obviously not a joke either. Pretty much like Thiago Silva in most situations there. 31 years of age. Not as old as Thiago Silva, but obviously past his peak now. So he's only going to start decreasing as your career mode goes on and on. Reece James is 20 years old. He obviously if you keep hold of Reece James, after a few seasons, he will definitely have overtaken Azpilicueta rating wise. So he'll be a starter, and he'll probably slot in there as you can see there, Reece James is also a CDM, which is good because you could replace him with Conte, who's 29, and Jorginho, who's 29. But I'll get onto them in just a few moments' time. After I've talked about Christian Pulisic, 22 years old, 4-star skill moves and weak foot, 89 pace, 84 dribbling, can play as a left mid, right wing, and a left mid. He's pretty much all you want from a young talent there. American talent, you've got to say. 22 years of age, probably got another 6 or 7 years before he reaches his peak. So I did buy him on one of my previous career mode. Oh no, I did a Chelsea career mode last season, and he managed to get up to an 87 after 2 seasons. I managed to get him up to that. So when he was 23 or 24 years old, I managed him to get up to an 87. So that was pretty good. So you probably want to keep hold of him. As with Callum Hudson-Odoi, who can also play left wing and right wing, 19 years old, 3 years younger than Pulisic, but he's only 74 rating, so he probably won't get a start on your starting lineup for a couple of years, but obviously one for the future, definitely. So we move to our 2 CDMs now. Jorginho, I'd probably only keep him on the starting lineup for the penalties, obviously. If you want a reliable penalty taker, there's Jorginho. Pretty much scores every one. 83 rating, 28 years old. He's probably at his peak now, you would say. Maybe got a couple of years before he starts decreasing, though. Decent stats there all round. He's probably more defensive. That's why I've got with 2 CDMs, because Conte is also defensive. Just pretty good all round there. Conte, 29 years old, starred for Leicester a few seasons back. Now he's starring for Chelsea. He's a very good player at Chelsea, but he's kind of getting brushed aside because you don't really. I know he's Chelsea's best player and everything, but the likes of Havertz, Werner, and CH, all new signings, are breaking through in this team now, and you've got the likes of Pulisic and Jorginho who are kind of overshadowing Conte, even though Conte's actually the better rating. Some people might think it's a bit high, but I don't personally. Conte, look at them stats: 90 aggression, 85 composure, 91 interceptions, 82 agility, 92 balance, 91 reactions, 96 stamina. You can't really beat that as a CDM. That's exactly what you want. You probably want to keep him for a few more seasons until he starts decreasing, and then you might want to sell him before he gets too low rating wise. Obviously, if you wanted to play Kovacic instead of one of them two, feel free to do that. He can play CDM as well. 26 years old. I played him last year instead of Havertz, because Havertz wasn't actually at the club, so he was the one who played instead of Havertz. But I played 3 centre mids last. Oh no, a CDM and 2 centre mids, Jorginho and Kovacic. But in this team, you probably won't get a look in because of Havertz's high rating. So now we move over to the right, where we've got, oh god, Hakim Ziyech, who could play right wing or CAM. So what I might actually do there is move Havertz over to the right, because he can play right mid, and then Ziyech in CAM. So we'll start with Havertz then. 21 years old, 85 rating. He's definitely one for the future. I mean, 4-star skill moves and weak foot. His preferred foot is left, so he's probably not the best player to be out on the right. You probably want him over on the left, but he's a right mid nonetheless. Look at them stats. 88 sprint speed is what really sticks out for me. Definitely what you want for a wide midfielder there. 87 ball control as well. He's a very good dribbler. You might want to play. Is there anyone else really? There's not really any others. So there's a chance you might want to buy a backup right mid, or the Mason Mount. No, Mason Mount can't actually play right mid. So there's a chance you might want to buy a backup right mid there. But all in all, he's definitely a great shout, and definitely one for the future as well. So I wouldn't consider taking him out in my career mode. Move over to Ziyech. I signed Ziyech and Werner on my last career mode just to make it realistic, because I knew they were coming to the club. So him, 2-star weak foot, but 5-star skill moves is what sticks out as well. 89 vision as well, 85 agility. He's 85 rating at the age of 27. He's got loads of traits and celebrations as well. But age of 27, he's not far away from his peak, and he's not far away from decreasing. I'm not going to lie. So after a couple of seasons, you might want to find another player to replace him, because he'll start going down, but not very fast, because he is an absolute worldie of a player. So, and him obviously supporting the lone man up front, Werner. I mean, just going back to Ziyech, you could replace him with Mason Mount. Definitely after a few seasons anyway. Mount's 21 years old. But going back to Werner now, striker. He can also play on the left wing, but why wouldn't you want him up front as a striker? 24 years of age, 85 rating, the potential to grow for a few more seasons, probably 5 or 6 more seasons. He can grow for, then he'll hit his peak, but by that time, last year I got him up to a 91 rating. A 91 rating after 2 seasons. So I don't know if they changed that this season to have his potential a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but he just has the potential to grow so much as a striker, because he's got so much potential. He's just young, and that's all you really want. You really want a young striker. 93 acceleration, 88 attacking positioning, 89 sprint speed. It just proves how fast he is as well. And then his shooting and everything, penalties, pretty decent there. So that's my team. A 4-4-1-1, looking pretty solid, I've got to say. But I think that's where we're going to end it for this episode, guys. Obviously, if you look on the bench there, I don't really need to explain it. They're kind of the backups. I might take Olivier Giroud off, because I've only got the one striker, and I'll probably replace him with a centre-back. Yeah, with the centre-back, which will be Zuma there. Tammy Abraham, 23 years old, has the potential to grow. Hudson-Odoi, 19, definitely has the potential to grow. Mount, 21, has the potential to grow. Zuma doesn't really. He's 26. He's reaching that peak age there. So is Kovacic. James, potential to grow. Mendy, probably at his peak now. So everyone apart from the goalkeeper can grow there. Just proves how young this Chelsea side is. And definitely I would recommend starting a career mode up with Chelsea. And basically, it'll be really good fun, hopefully. Especially if you can get a couple of seasons down the line. And all these 81s, 83s, players like that, Havertz, Ziyech and Werner, who are all 85, they'll have probably increased to probably an 88, probably at least. Maybe not Ziyech, but you know, you get the point. So if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and hit that like button, please. It does help the channel. And leave your comments down below if you're disliking or liking the content I'm putting out there. Hopefully the second option there. But that's going to wrap up today's episode, guys, and I will see you for the next episode, which will be talking about Crystal Palace, I believe. So yeah, thanks for watching.